Now, throughout the stock market, different dividend-paying stocks and ETFs are going to pay you a different amount of dividend income on a monthly basis. And this is because different stocks and ETFs across the market offer different starting dividend yields and might offer a lot more income potential or maybe perhaps more growth potential depending on what type of asset they are. Now, in my long-term portfolio, I hold different stocks and ETFs that offer a little bit of everything. Some of these names offer more growth potential, but then some of the names in my portfolio are absolute income monsters. Now, altogether throughout my entire portfolio, I'm currently earning somewhere of around $90,000 plus per year in dividends, or around $7,700 per month. Now, with this video, we're going to go over some of the most popular ETFs across the entire market, especially for more dividend or income-focused investors. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly how much income potential there could be with just a simple $20,000 investment. Now, sure, you're not necessarily going to be able to earn $7,700 per month with $20,000 invested, because I personally have well over $1 million invested right now. But still, I promise you, you're going to be shocked at some of the income generation potential with some of these different ETFs across the markets. So if you want to go through several different of the popular ETFs and see exactly what $20,000 would get you as far as monthly income generation, well, then make sure to stick around, drop a link down below, and let's get right into it. My A to Z Dividend Investing ebook has helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker that I'm constantly using here on the channel has also helped so many investors stay on track and allow them to see their dividend income in real time. Well, today I have another treat for you guys. I'm not only going to offer you my A to Z Dividend Investing ebook and the custom dividend tracker, but also just for a short limited time, I'm going to be adding in my brand new weekly dividend blueprint ebook to show you how you can get started with weekly dividend ETFs and add this into your investing strategy. This offer is not going to last long, so go ahead and click the first link down below in my description, and you're going to get both ebooks and the custom dividend tracker bundle. But like I said, please act fast because this won't be around for long. Now let's get back into the video. Now first off, let's talk about the VOO ETF or the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Of course, this ETF is not going to be an income generating machine. It's more of a growth ETF. And even though this ETF isn't necessarily going to pay you the most amount of dividends on a monthly basis, looking at this ETF's performance over the max time frame, yeah, we're talking 600+% return. But because we are talking about dividends and monthly income in this video specifically, we still are going to be using VOO's income potential on a monthly basis as sort of a benchmark. Now, because VOO pays $1.73 in dividends for every single share that you own of it, that means that on a monthly basis, we're talking around 58 cents per share per month. Now, because a share of VOO as of right now costs $514 per share, with a $20,000 investment, we're not necessarily going to be able to buy that many shares of VOO. We're talking around 39 shares. Now that means that with $20,000 invested into the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, you're going to earn a measly $22 on average. But again, realize that this ETF is not a dividend-focused ETF. It's much more of a growth monster. But don't worry, as the video goes on, we're going to go higher and higher yield, and I'm going to share with you guys towards the end of the video the insane outcome of just a $20,000 investment into an ultra high yielder. The next ETF that we're going to talk about and figure out how much you could earn off of a $20,000 investment in dividends from day one, we're talking about the SCHD ETF or the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. Now, this ETF obviously offers a lot more than just dividends, even though dividend is in its name. This ETF offers growth potential. It offers dividend growth, which means over time, the dividends have gotten larger and larger. Now, based off the most recent dividend payout, this is on a quarterly basis. We're talking around 27 cents, which means this ETF is only going to pay you around 8 or 9 cents per share per month if we were to average things out. Now, because SCHD is currently $28 per share, you could buy 714 shares of this ETF with a $20,000 investment. Now that means with SCHD on average on a monthly basis with a $20,000 investment, we're talking $65 per month in dividends, which isn't the greatest necessarily, but it is a lot more income compared to the S&P 500. But now we're going to get into some higher yielding names. We're talking about the JP Morgan NASDAQ Equity Premium Income ETF or ticker symbol JEPQ. Now this ETF is very popular because it offers NASDAQ 100 exposure, but with the use of covered calls, this ETF also offers a ton of income potential. Now the most recent payouts, these are on a monthly basis, are 48 cents, 45 cents, 45 cents, 50 cents, 49 cents. This ETF pays a lot more income, a ton more income, even compared to the last few. Now, because this ETF as of right now costs around $51 per share, with a $20,000 investment, we're talking 392 shares. Now, if we multiply that by the last dividend paid, that's $188 per month in income, which again isn't necessarily going to allow you to retire today or tomorrow, but $188 off a $20,000 investment of passive income, that's not necessarily bad whatsoever, in my opinion. Another popular high yielder that offers a ton of income potential from day one, not necessarily the most popular ETF across the market, but still a lot of investors do like this one. We're talking about the NASDAQ 100 Covered Call ETF or QLD. which over the last year or so has paid out investors around 17-18 cents per share per month. Now, based on QYLD's current price at around $17 per share, an investor with a $20,000 budget could buy 1,176 shares of this one. Now, based off the most recent 17-cent payouts, that's $200 in income per month passively with a $20,000 investment. Next up, we're going to get into some higher yielders. I'm talking ultra high yielders here. And if you guys like videos like this, definitely like this video, please let me know, and subscribe. We're talking about QQQI, the NEOS NASDAQ 100 high income ETF for this one. This ETF is one of my personal favorites that offers NASDAQ 100 exposure and a ton of income potential. For this one, we're talking a monthly payout and 14% yield. The distributions for this ETF historically have been pretty much around 61 cents on average. Because this ETF currently is around $48 per share, you could buy 416 shares of it with 20K. Now, based off the most recent payouts, that's $254 in income per month again passively, which is not bad whatsoever based off of a $20,000 investment. Now, the next few ETFs are going to be considered much riskier in my opinion. Depending on who you're asking, maybe these are risky, maybe they aren't, but in my opinion, these are going to be a bit more risky. For this one, we're talking about Coney, the YieldMax Coin Option Income Strategy ETF, which has ran into some trouble as of recently during the most recent market turbulence because of Coinbase. Now, the distribution with this one is 97%. Yes, 97%, which means investors that bought into this one around a year ago have basically been paid back their entire investment. I know it's insane. Now, the most recent payouts are sort of all over the place. We had a $2 payout some months back, a $1.33 payout, 83, 104, and then recently 60 cents, which kind of hurt. Now, based off the $9 per share price that Coney is trading as of right now, you could buy 2,222 shares of it. Now, based off of even the most recent smaller payouts, that's $1,333 per month in income. And this is based off of a $20,000 investment. Now, last but not least, I like to call this one the king of all income generators, because let me know if I'm wrong, I could be, but 142% distribution rate, this might be one of the highest yielders, most income generating ETFs across the entire market, maybe ever. Now we're talking $2 per share per month, $2.27 per share per month. Then back when Bitcoin and MSTR were really cranking, we're talking $4.42, $4.19. This is some insane amount of income generation. Now, because MSTY is currently trading at around $19 per share based off of a $20,000 investment, you could at least in theory, as of right now, buy around 1,052 shares of this one. Now, based off of a $2 payout, that's $2,105 per month. Now, again, the income for this one is not necessarily consistent whatsoever. It could be $4.40 one month, then it could be cut in more than half a few months later. Still, by looking at the previous numbers, the income generation for some of these ETFs is just incredible. So there we have it, guys. Those are several different popular ETFs that all generate income, different amounts of income, depending on the ETF strategy and of course the level of risk. Now, before I go, I do have one last question for you guys down below. When it comes to income-oriented, income-generating ETFs across the markets, what are some of your personal favorites as of right now? Drop the ticker symbols in my comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.